Nityanandam. My name is Manitya Purnananda Swami. I'm the youngest Purna Sannyasi of Nityananda Sampradaya. My guru Paramahamsa Nityananda initiated me into the lifestyle of sannyas when I was at the age of 19. So, today I would like to share with you about my experience with inner awakening. I am one of the fortunate people, I would say, to have completed 2 inner awakenings before I came into this lifestyle. So, something that I found interesting of how it happened for me is that I never really felt the something called as an obstacle, or there was just a casual intention like, yes, inner awakening is there and someday I will do it. And the way it happened for me is also like very smooth. So there was nothing called like obstacle of like how I see with those whom I'm interacting with, especially from those who are having the desire or the intention to go for inner awakening. So this is one of the, I would say, the fortunate, I am blessed by Swamiji that there was no such thing or cognition called obstacle to go for inner awakening. It was more like a happening, a casual happening. And when I was doing the program, I was basically a high school student, completing my high school. And at that particular, I have completed 2 inner awakenings in the same year, 2012. So I remember I would show you the clip sometime later in this video where I have actually shared a testimonial, and it clearly, I was this is exactly how I felt about that inner awakening. Just for our viewers to know that back in 2012 there was nothing called like manifesting shaktis or powers, at least not to my knowledge, and at least not from directly from Swamiji's mouth. Okay, so it was more of like completion and completing with yourself, healing back to yourself, those kinds of things. And I remember sharing this testimonial where I said, this is exactly the knowledge that I need for my life to run my life. Because from where I come, I think for most of us, we live in a society where society tells you, they don't even tell you, it's like you just live like that. You're born and then you go to school when you're really very young, and then you finish high school, and then you do your undergraduate studies, and then you work, and then you get married, and then whatever, and then in the end you die. So this was exactly the trend that was set in my head. So, but until at least when I was in the inner awakening program, going through the processes that Swamiji gave and listening to from Swamiji what is life is actually about. And I would not say like I was one of the first persons who immediately experienced stuff from Swamiji, nothing like that. But there was this subtle shifts in the way how I perceived many things, perceived myself, perceived life, perceived things that has happened in my life. And with that, I understood that this is the knowledge that I need, where I know I will be successful when I design my own life, and I have the guts to design my own life. I have the guts to live the life the way I want to live, right from very small things to big things. And it was after that inner awakening, I did not really, I will not say I had that deep seeking or yearning. It was like, inner awakening is there, someday I will go. So it was a very casual thing. Only after inner awakening, my first inner awakening, I realized what it has done to me. There were many things, but it was more of like I discovered it by myself, like, oh, this is the shift that happened. So for example, I was at that point like a very emotional person. Even a small thing, even somebody whom I keep close cognition as my inner circle, if they do not smile at me, that's all, my world is over for the day. I go into deep depression. But it was at that time where I realized that whatever, even highs or lows of life, it is more of like from the space of witnessing what is going on. And it is not a psychological disorder like what anybody would say now. It is more of like witnessing what is going on and taking responsibility for it, which no psychological person will teach you, or nobody at all for this matter in the society that will teach you this thing. I was not going through the emotional turmoil that turmoil that I would usually go through. And then of course it'll impact my health, my relationship, my entire space, the way I feel about myself, the way I interact with people. Everybody in my family will know that okay, something is wrong with you today. It was not like that. It'll happen, but it was more from the space of witnessing what is going on and then taking responsibility for it. So that was the things that I realized, hey, this is different and this is actually more empowering me. I felt not only interested, not only excited, but it was empowering me to, yes, let me live life this way. Highs or lows, I am not affected by it, and there is a responsibility that is happening. And it was during that year where see, I come from a very a family protected kind of an environment. So I used to go school, come back. I have this few friends, and yes, a very jovial person, very with whom I'm comfortable with. They know me well, so it was more of a family, close knit kind of a thing. But at the age of in this particular year in 2012, my family broke apart. It was literally like a Tamil movie where in one night everything just collapsed. Okay, and I was shifted to another state I'm from Malaysia, so I went to another state and lived there, and family broke apart. Family being broken apart in one night, it may be common to those who are listening to this, but it's not common to from where I come from, my own head. And I remember very clearly that that 6 months, maybe 6 months or so, of living in this state, and it was all the time I was just living in that thought of feeling empty, because empty in the sense my image on myself, the ideas I had about myself. Basically, I was just going to complete high school, so the ideas I had about myself, my family, the pride that I had on my family, and how I'm going to live life, what school I'm going to go to, what degrees I'm going to do, and I literally just had a fantasy about my own life. I won't say fantasy, it was literally this is how I'm going to live, and all of it just broke in one night. That was the emptiness that I was feeling.